by which year, as cutting to the cooker there was Zachary Gagnon. 11 minutes, 28 seconds left to go here in the opening stanza. Still a scoreless affair. We are live from the Rose Garden. Face off deep now, leaning in to take it there is Payson. Got it back to Avion Bork. Avion Bork lets the shot go, deflected out of harm's way there by Bothrop. Behind the net it goes now. Majorano trying to get it back in front. Sheldon Majorano, another young lad who likes to get under the skin of the opposition. They got a couple of guys on this team that really frustrate the other team. Letting the quick shot go, and that went over the cooker. Back the other way now, chipped ahead, a foot race ensuing. The netminder coming way out to play it. Nice play there by Whittier. He didn't hesitate to come off his line as he saw Payson barreling down on him. You can't hesitate, ladies and gentlemen. You either got to go or you got to stay. Good decision there by the Cyclone goaltender, who's been good thus far. The Cyclones have been very good thus far. In the opening stanza, withstanding what I expected to be the onslaught here in the early going. Sent all the way down. Chipped ahead now. Knocked down, and here comes Gagnon. Gagnon through the neutral zone. Gagnon down the left wing. Gagnon pulling the trigger. That just missed. And all the way out to center it goes. Tracked down there by Aguilera. Aguilera turning. Tape-to-tape pass there, and away comes Norwich again. Gagnon. Excuse me, I apologize. That's Martineau who sent it in. Martineau in on the forecheck. Sent behind the net now. On it there is Walker. Big collision. Sent down there was Browning. Browning gathers his faculties and is back to his feet. Away comes Walker now. Walker over the blue line. Walker letting the shot go. Kosher couldn't handle the initial shot and doesn't allow the pass to come back in front. Bouncing puck. Chipped aside there. And there's Freeze. Hit into the official there, and the official didn't care for it as Crayer ran Freeze right into the official. That's awesome. Get him in. Hey, you gonna be here? You gonna stay? Oh, you gotta go. All right, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just got a big hug from one of the Bantam players who came back to get some of his gear. He's fired up. Christopher Williams. That's so awesome that they won today. All right, face off now, deep in the Cyclone zone. With 9:46 left to go here. 0-0 is the score, so the Cyclones have withstood the early storm that I expected. Norwich got a chance in front, letting the shot go. Nice stop there again by Whittier. Whittier's been real good. Pinching in his Puncharman. Puncharman did a nice job to win that puck and keep it in for Robles. Robles down low. Now Robles gets to the cooker. They got it out in front. Whittier got the flipper on that. As the give and go was executed near to perfection there. Bounces it on the goaltender. A little bit of an onside kick there as La Cuadera got a piece of it a couple of feet in front of the goaltender, and the netminder Whittier, you tell him, look at me. I can tell you exactly what he's telling him. Listen, let me play goal, you play defense. Don't be deflecting the puck 2 or 3 feet in front of me. You got a job to do, I got a job to do. Let's stay in our lane, know our roles, and shut your mouth. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a goaltender. That's exactly what he's thinking. He may not have said it during the game, but that's exactly what he's thinking. As the Cyclones win the draw quickly now, causing havoc there. Sheldon Majorano, one of the tenacious forecheckers here on the team. As the Cyclones come away with it, with just over 9 minutes to go here in the opening stanza. That one doesn't develop through the neutral zone, sent into the corner. Off the boards, took an advantageous hop there as Kosher closes the wickets, and there'll be no further play. Nice stop there by Noah Kosher. The Kosher Cam right there, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to us by, got to be some sort of Hebrew beef company that'll sponsor that. Well, I got to think, right? Behind the net it goes now. Cyclones trying to get it out in front. Sure, we could talk to somebody. Some of our friends down in the Queens, New York area might know a company that's interested in something like that. A little bit of an NIL situation. Sidestepping there was Nelson. Nelson sending it behind the net. Cyclone cycling. Oh, that's interesting. And keeping it there was Fitzgibbons. I didn't realize that till after I said it. And here they come now, 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. Payson. Up for Martineau. Back for Payson. Payson with speed. Back to the forehand. A big stop there. As getting the flipper on it there was Wiltshire, stayed with Payson. Payson getting to it now, turning, wheeling, a flipper save once again. As the netminder Wiltshire got the right flipper out after the left flipper save. An outstanding display of goaltending there by big number 30. As Payson broke right up the middle with speed, kept it on the forehand, tried to tuck it around the netminder. And he's about 6'3", 6'4" perhaps. He towers over the crossbar, and he used those big, long Kevin Durant-esque legs to stay with Payson. Very unique stance there in the face-off dot, like I said, but hey, I'm not critiquing. I'm just noticing. He's an excellent goaltender, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have to tell you. You could see it at home for yourself. What a stop there, and then he made the save on the rebound as it sent all the way around. On it there's Aguilera. Aguilera leans the lumber into him, crumbling the man. Sent him down, gathering his faculties there was Kumposh. Kumposh looking like a prize fighter. Here's Speller. Speller at the dot. Speller got it out in front. Deflected wide. Crashing in there was Martineau. Jacob Martineau sends it behind for Speller. Speller got it back out in front. Martineau was cutting. That's knocked down and settled down now by Vincent Crayer. Crayer got it back to the blue line. Aguilera lets the shot go. Speller a little bit shaken up. He's tough as nails, ladies and gentlemen. I'll bet anybody a dozen do-nuts jelly that young lad doesn't miss a shift. As he's talking to, looks like number 17 there, Stevens. I'm sure the two of them are exchanging pleasantries. 0-0 is the score, ladies and gentlemen. Well, so Nelson got the penalty. I didn't see what happened. I was following the puck, and I looked down, and Speller was a little slow to get up. So Speller did a nice job there to get his team the power play, and then kept his cool on the way back as Stevens was trying to goad him into losing the power play, but Speller would have none of it. Keeping his cool and keeping the power play. Payson, who reports to the blue line for the power play here. Power play is absolutely deadly for Norwich as you see the puck moving back for Ayotte. Ayotte down to Payson. Payson to Laflamme. Laflamme with options. Got Payson cutting to the cooker. That just failed to click. The net has come off its protective moorings. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle there. Like we said, these two got together last night, these two organizations, so any bad blood is certainly in the frontal lobe where short-term memory resides, as far as I know. It's one of those lobes. Gray matter, white matter. You have to ask Walter White. He should have obviously stuck with his business. Well, things worked out for him, though, I guess. For a little while, anyway. All right, leaning in now is Laflamme. Laflamme against Freeze. Laflamme lost the draw. Behind the net it goes now. Getting to it quickly, Martineau. Martineau sauce the pass there for Payson. The net again off its protected moorings. So we'll start over. Well, these things happen. The ref trying to get the spike into the ice there. Well, it happens. The net comes off. Back when I was a kid, I remember the NHL nets used to be on pipes that would come out of the ice like about 6 inches, and the nets wouldn't move. The guys would go crashing into them 30, 40 miles an hour. Horrific. Much better that the net comes off for everybody involved. All right, face off to the left of the netminder, Wiltshire. Wiltshire could get a nice NIL with some Worcestershire sauce. Put some Wiltshire sauce on that. All right, leaning in now is Freeze. Freeze against Laflamme. Won by the Cyclones. Cyclones can't get it out as Payson kicks it to himself. Behind the net it goes now. Laflamme. Laflamme protecting along the boards. Laflamme won the puck, and now it ends up back on the stick of Payson. Payson letting the shot go as the eyes were blocked there as Owen Cartledge went right in front of the goaltender. Cartledge did a real nice job coming over with puck support there as Laflamme jostled it loose. Cartledge got it back to Payson, then Cartledge went right to the cooker. That's a great play right there to show a young player. After you make the play along the boards, get right in front of the goalie's eyes. It's a good job by Cartledge. Those are the little things, ladies and gentlemen, that make it difficult on a goaltender. Nice face-off win there by Martineau. Back for Payson. Sends it down to Laflamme. Norwich setting up shop again. Laflamme trying to go short angle there. Still a minute left to go in the power play. Plays in, thought about taking off. Then retreated back, and he got it back now. Hot potato with Laflamme. Laflamme along the boards. Tried to go cross ice there. Doesn't connect. That's not going to get out. Ayotte along the boards. Got it down low. Letting the shot go there was Cartledge. Another nice stop there by Wiltshire. And it's out now, a 2-on-1 with a forward back. Cyclones over the blue line at the dot, sliding it across. Hops over the stick of Taylor. Well, good opportunity there for the Cyclones, but they couldn't get much from it. Back the other way now, Martineau. Martineau pulling the trigger. That one went right off the mask of the netminder. He shakes it off, gathering his faculties there and out to center. Problem is with a goaltender, checking for concussions is very difficult because the baseline of a goaltender is already a little bit skilted, or tilted, I suppose, or skewed is what I meant to say. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So you never really know with goaltenders. Here's Payson now. Payson with the puck, circling at his own blue line. 10 seconds left to go. Payson getting the Jets going. Payson to the outside, drops it. Laflamme. Laflamme trying to pull the trigger as it's taken away. Nice play there by Taylor. Taylor down the right wing. Laflamme on his horse. Laflamme got a piece of him. Bouncing puck dangerously ends up Kosher with the stop. The rebound, they jab at it. Kosher holding on to the post there. And away it comes now. Sent hard around there by Avion Bork. Trying to keep it in along the boards is Norwich. That's kept in right at the blue line. Down low now. Chance there. It's knocked out of harm's way. Nice play there by Fitzgibbons. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left to go here in the opening stanza. Still a scoreless affair. Norwich 0 for 1 on the power play. A little bit of wrestling going on there behind the play. As Pancharam came out to the blue line. And then the big body blow there sends the man flying as Robles got a chunk of him. And he sent Bolthrop flying. I guess it's going to be cross-checking. Let's see what he calls here. Holding? No, that must have been interference, and I just saw it from behind. I think he gave the sign for holding, though. If anything, maybe cross-checking to the, It was holding. Okay, well, holding's the call. Interesting call there by the official. Face off deep in the Norwich zone. So now the power play for the Cyclones, their first of the evening. As it's Sita Claus. They won the draw now, Nelson. Nelson at the right wing boards. Nelson trying to get the puck in front. Nelson wheeling and dealing. Nelson sliding it over for their captain. He takes his time, sending it down low. Deflected in front. Kosher with the save. The rebound. Kosher trying to find it. It creeps right past the goal line. Oh, and Norwich can't get it out, though. Kept in the blue, and now it's chipped ahead shorthanded. Here comes Laflamme. Laflamme down the right wing. Laflamme at the dot. Laflamme 1-on-3. Lets the shot go. That's deflected out of harm's way. 1.5 minutes left to go here. Then the man advantage. 4:18 remaining in the stanza. Face off deep in the Cyclone zone. The Cyclones, I think, have done a real nice job here tonight. This is a tough game here. Norwich's last home game. Norwich so good at home. They've only lost one overtime loss here at home. Behind the net now. Got it back to the blue line. Walking the line. Letting the shot go. Doesn't get through. That was Cartledge. That bounces to Xavier Ayot. Ayot turns to the forehand. Ayot fires it off the glass. And down it goes. Not icing. As the Cyclones play it. Up for Freeze. Freeze over for Taylor. Nice pass across. Taylor over the blue line. Taylor drops it off. Got it back. Taylor right at the goal line. Taylor got it out in front. Big stop there by Kosher. And it goes behind the net. It goes now. Coming around now is Browning. Browning sliding the puck over. A little bit of give and go. Browning straight away. Lets the shot go. Kosher pounces on it. Trying to get to it there. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle. His bodies go flying. Only 3 minutes and 32 seconds left to go here in the opening stanza. Still 44 seconds remaining. In the opening stanza. .332 remaining. Back to the blue line it goes now, taking their time. Nice job there, Laflamme. Laflamme takes an uppercut there. And no call. Payson taking exception to it. Back the other way now, Freeze. Freeze. Well, the hometown fans here not too happy that didn't get a penalty on that. That was pretty much an uppercut there. Laflamme fought it off. All right, the face-off now, deep. In the zone. 3:15 left to go, ladies and gentlemen, which is disappointing job by the scorekeeper there. Could have stopped it at 3:16, help out the broadcaster a little bit. Chipped ahead now, Laflamme. Laflamme trying to chip it to himself. That's knocked down. And back the other way they come. Down the left wing, Payson getting just enough room to slow him up. Laflamme didn't see it in his skates there. And 10 seconds left to go. Here's Payson. Payson pulling the trigger. That went off the defenseman there, Laquidera. Up for Sizakowski. Sizakowski trying to get it out. Sizakowski right on the tape of Stevens. Stevens wheeling and dealing. Stevens over the blue line. Laflamme lays the lumber into him there. Sends Stevens down, and the penalty is over. Back to 5-on-5. Payson left it now. Here's Martineau. Martineau walking in. Flipper save. The rebound goes off the backstop there, right behind the netminder. Right on the goal line. The ref checking. He hasn't given the washout signal or the goal signal. No goal. Another nice stop there by the netminder, Wilshire. He has been so good here in the opening stanza. He has been tested and tested and tested, ladies and gentlemen. And he brought his number 2 pencil, and he made his mark full and dark. Face-off 1. Back to Puncharam. Puncharam leaves it for Speller. Speller, best play in hockey. Get it behind the other team's goal line. Chance in front there. Nice job by Moss, who read that one. Cyclones doing a nice job of bend but don't break. Bill Belichickian-esque defense in their own zone here today. 2:15 to go here in a scoreless opening stanza. If you got the under in Vegas, you're feeling pretty good about things. Speller chips it ahead, knocked down by Moss. Moss wearing Miroslav Satan's giveaway, walking in, pulling the trigger was Krayer. And coming off the line, the top of the crease was the big goaltender once again, Wilshire. He has been sharp as attack here in the opening stanza, ladies and gentlemen. Dare I say, sharp as a Lego that you step on in the middle of the night. Elijah Wilshire has been nothing short of brilliant here in the opening stanza, keeping the Cyclones tied. And now a chance for a 2-on-1. Thomas with the puck. Thomas down the right wing, sliding it over, cutting in front, big stop, the net is yawning, sliding over, they score! The Cyclones got to the rebound, and burying the biscuit there was Taylor. And just like that, after a couple of brilliant saves down at one end by Wilshire, Taylor buries the biscuit down at the other end for the Cyclones. And 1-0, they take the lead with just 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go here in the opening stanza. So a beautiful goal there, a 2-on-1. Kosher made the initial save, but the Cyclones buried the biscuit there. So 1-0 is your score with 1:43 left to go. That's a huge goal by the Northern Cyclones. Well, gotta like what they've withstood here today. Taylor from Thomas and Browning. And it's 1-0 Cyclones. Back the other way now, Robles. Robles as Ayotte gives chase. Ayotte into the corner. Ayotte on it there, sending it down. And Robles behind the net. Robles lost the handle on it, picked up by Thomas. Thomas gets it back with speed through the neutral zone. Ayotte on the back check. Ayotte came all the way back. The puck still on the stick of the Cyclones. Taylor came with it. Robles did a nice job to come back and break that up. And now here comes Julian Robles down the left wing. Julian Robles. Robles runs into Compost there. Robles trying to come away with it. No. Norwich sending it back to the blue line. Did they say there's going to be no Zamboni between periods? I think they did. Robles with the puck. Robles letting the shot go deflected down low. The net is yawning. Right off the post. Bouncing puck. Trying to get to it there was Gagnon. Oh, King Julian was all alone down low, and he rang the dinner bell there, but no one was hungry enough to answer the call for supper. What do you suppose is wrong with Mama's cooking? I'm sorry, Mama King Julian. I'm sure nothing's wrong with your cooking. It's just something, I like to say from time to time. 23 seconds left to go. I should get a letter about that one day. Why are you assuming that Mama has to cook? Why can't Daddy cook? I'm like, because that just sounds stupid. Letting the shot go. Have you ever tasted my wife's cooking and my cooking? Then you would understand. Up along the boards now. Knocked down. 7 seconds left to go. And picking it up now is Norwich, trying to chip it ahead, and that's going to do it. So a very good opening stanza for the Cyclones here. The netminder, Elijah Wilshire, withstood all the shots that Norwich threw at him. I thought they said there was only going to be a... All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the World Sports Broadcasting Network. There's a couple, I think, 2-minute break, and then we'll be right back with the start of the second. oh my, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the first period intermission report. Apparently, they're not zamboning in between periods for the first and second period, maybe because the game got started later or the ceremonies, or I'm not sure why. I'm not privy to these things. It's above my pay grade. 1-0 is the score. The goal by Taylor for the Cyclones. I thought Norwich played an excellent period, very physical, got a ton of shots on goal, but the star of the period, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how you slice it, was the netminder Elijah Whitshire for the Cyclones. He was nothing short of brilliant. If I'm Norwich, I'm Coach Sheehan, I don't change a thing. They scored on a 2-on-1 on the rebound. Good goal. What are you going to do? These things happen. Just keep getting it deep, keep running them into the boards, keep throwing it in front, and hopefully you get one by this goaltender, because right now that seems like a pretty difficult task. 1-0 at the end of one, and the start of the second period right now. We're not even going to commercial. Let's go. Game on. Second period, the Funyun period. So get that bag of Funyuns ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so no break. This is like youth hockey. We're right back at it here. Well, that's good, because I want to be home by 9 o'clock tonight. New episode of The Last of Us. If you've been tuning into that show at home, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. What a brilliant show. And I've never played the game, so I don't, my son knows everything that's happening. I keep telling him he's got to keep his mouth shut during the show. He's done a good job thus far, though, but I'm not going to give any spoilers away. But if you're a fan of the show or you haven't watched the show, you're going to watch the show, I highly recommend it. So Norwich looking to get off the schneid here in the second period as they trail 1-0, the Cyclones. Scored with about a minute and a half to go now. Nice tape-to-tape pass right through the neutral zone, walking in. Sisakowski has it knocked away. Into the corner it goes now. Cartledge got it up along the boards for Speller. Speller left it for Martineau. Martineau quickly now up for Owen Cartledge. Cartledge through the neutral zone, pulling the trigger. Getting in the shooting lane there was Nelson. Ends up behind the net. In front now, they jam at it. The rebound gets pushed just high as Martineau came through. Then he came back in front. Speller taking on the entire organization. As he's down on the ice there, gets back up, covered in snow. Looks like he had a disagreement with an abominable snowman. I very much apologize. I meant to say Yeti. Don't want to come across as insensitive. Down the left wing now. Laflamme for Payson. Payson turning quickly. Back for Ayotte. Ayotte releasing the howitzer. And gobbled up like a biscuit on Thanksgiving by the netminder. Whitshire again. Whitshire's got the flow coming out of the helmet there as he took his helmet off. That's nice cabbage there. You got to like that. Look at that. Can we see it there? Oh, he's just a little too tall. That's good flow there. Oh, he's back under the mask now, but I like what I saw there. All right, so 1-0 is your score. The netminder adjusting himself there. He has been brilliant here today, ladies and gentlemen. Another good stop there as Ayotte let the howitzer go, but the netminder managed to find it through traffic as he's found everything thus far. So the second period just nicely underway as the faceoff is won by the Cyclones. Behind the net it goes now all the way around. Chasing it there is Morrison. Into the corner it goes now. The Northern Cyclones on it there. I keep wanting to say Cincinnati Cyclones. That's why I said there was 2 C's before. I was like, why did I say 2 C's? I knew there was a reason. Behind the net now, a penalty coming up here. It's going to be against Norwich as they sent the man flying. $13:56 left to go here. Let's see who's headed to the sin bin. Looks like that's Zachary Gagnon. And Zachary Gagnon and Matisse Gagnon. They are not relation. They are, in fact, like Bubba and Faust. All right, so this is a very big penalty kill here for Norwich. Don't want to go down 2-0 on home ice. Not that takes a rocket scientist to understand that analysis. So 15:36 left to go here. This is a pivotal moment here in the affair. As Avion Bork reaches in, sends it around for Payson. Payson, Laflamme. Forwards out there on the penalty kill. Avion Bork up there with Halise Cloutier. The defense out there for Coach Sheehan as Laflamme is sent down on his bum and then worked over. There by Walker. Payson, the aggressive forecheck there, one man in as the Cyclones break the trap and come away to center. Fitzgibbons lost the handle on it. Avion Bork using the pterodactyling S reach to get it up to Payson. Here's Payson now. Payson trying to cut inside. Avion Bork following it up. Bork walking in, pulling the trigger. A big stop there by Whitshire. And it's cleared out of harm's way. A 2-on-1 shorthanded. Well, I'll tell you, Norwich has been deadly shorthanded all season long. They are very aggressive penalty kill, which I applaud. There's no point in sitting back and giving up valuable real estate just because you're shorthanded. Shorthanded, you're shorthanded. Nothing you can do about it. This one is flipped. I don't think it's going to get out. It does roll away to center. Waiting for it there was LaFlamme, but Payson just a half a step off sides there as he couldn't hold the line. Well, 14 minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in the second stanza. Just 1 minute left to go on the Cyclones power play. You're watching the World Sports Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Scotty Bonner. Along here with my cameraman, producer, and director here tonight, Mr. Ryan Martin behind the lens. Doing a fantastic job as he's always done here. There's Martineau in on the forecheck. Away come the Cyclones now. Carrying it out there was Browning. Browning gives chase into the corner. Browning working over Cartledge. Coming on there, laying the lumber into him there was Crayer. And Norwich comes away with it, can't get it out. Kept it at the blue line, trying to chip it ahead there was Martineau. Martineau was off to the races. He gets that puck out. And there's Vinny Crayer chasing it down quickly now. The captain, Freeze. Freeze takes a big hit there as Martineau lays the lumber into him, sent Freya flying into Browning. Browning still standing exactly where he was when Freeze got layered into him there. What a hit by Martineau. Jacob Martineau heads to the bench now. Payson hops back on. Over the blue line now, Taylor. Taylor got a man cutting in late. Payson reaches up. Payson chipping it to himself. Payson run into there. That's a good accidental run into there by Freeze as he impeded the progress there of Tyler Payson. Payson was chipping it to himself. Freeze just happened to get in his way there. You could call it interference. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I call that a good, smart, cagey play there by number 20. Nothing wrong with that. Get in the guy's way and impede his progress. We have seen officials call interference on that. I'm glad they didn't because then they got to call it later and just let the boys settle it. The officials have done a good job here this evening, in my opinion. And I'd like to see him keep it that way, of course. It's best for everybody at home so you don't have to hear me pontificate. Down the left wing now, Payson on the backhand, lets the shot go, and holding on to the post there is the netminder once again, Isaiah Whitshire. Whitshire, ladies and gentlemen, a very unorthodox goaltender, but boy, oh boy, you could take your orthodox goaltending and you know what you can do with it. The way this young man's playing, he has got long, long legs. He can go post to post easily, and he's done it here tonight. Leaning in now to take the drawers, Payson having a brilliant campaign. As that's sent to the blue line, that's tracked down there. Bodies collide there, working him over. It was Moss along the boards now. 12:50 left to go. That one's going to go for icing, I believe. No, the ref waves it off. Clearly, the ref wants to get home to watch The Last of Us as well. Big hit along the boards there. Coming away with it now is Payson. Payson through the neutral zone. Payson with speed. Payson to the left. Payson wheeling and dealing. Payson's got Ayotte as the trailer. Sent it right through the goal mouth. Nobody home there. Aguilera retreats to center ice. Richie Aguilera with the puck. Slides it over for Ayotte. Ayotte had a little trouble handling it. He sends it up through the neutral zone. Ayotte finds it there. Coming away with it now quickly. Kamposh on a 3-on-1 down low. Walking in. Pulling the trigger. A big stop there as Ayotte is entangled behind the play there with Ingersoll. So I think we got a delayed penalty coming up here against Ingersoll as Kosher heads to the bench. And here comes dropping it for Ayotte. Ayotte walking in, pulling the trigger. Waffle save by the netminder Whitshire. And there'll be no further play. So Ayotte got entangled there with Ingersoll at center ice. Or right at the blue line, really, I suppose is more accurate. So it's going to be a power play coming up here for Norwich. All of a sudden, though, the Cyclones, at the Ayotte fell down at the blue line. The Cyclones ended up on a 3-on-1 down low, and Kosher had to make a real nice save off the clavicle. You might call it the collarbone at home, ladies and gentlemen. Because, as you know, the broadcaster is an old nurse for 22 years of my life. Before the wife told me I'm tired of hearing you complain that you always wanted to be a broadcaster. Either do it or shut up about it. I don't want to hear it anymore. I said, all right. Careful what you wish for, honey. Best decision I ever made. Besides, of course, asking the lovely and talented Miss Michelle to marry me, just in case she's tuning in. I want to make sure I say that. It was a good decision, though. Sent out to center. We knew each other for 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, when I asked her. I know we were not in a situation where I needed to ask her. Everybody always says that. Here's Avion Bork now. Avion Bork sending it ahead now for Crayer. Crayer sending it in. Chasing there is Puncharam. Hard around and out. So Norwich can't get anything going here on the power play if you're shorthanded and you ice it. And certain levels of hockey here, it's still icing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having too much fun here tonight, so for you to have to deal with hearing me pontificate about how I feel about that. So 11 minutes, 29 seconds left to go here in the second stanza. 1:32 left to go in the power play. Second power play of the night for Norwich. Obviously, they're 0 for 1. They don't have a goal yet. Back to the blue line, Payson at the point. Payson over for Ayotte. Ayotte cycles it across now. Martineau pulls the trigger! And flashing to Mizuno there was the netminder, Whitshire. I think Whitshire gave him the post there. I think he gave him the open spot there on the glove side to goad him into shooting there. It looked like he wanted him to shoot there. Goaltenders do that, ladies and gentlemen. They'll give you a little bit and hope you shoot there and expect you to shoot there and quickly take it away. That looked like that to me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I think he wanted him shooting there. I think you got to keep going high on this young lad, though. He's got very quick, long feet. Ayotte at the blue line, lost the handle on it. Ayotte hounded there from behind. Nice job there by Thomas. And he sends it up now for Martineau. Martineau leaves it for Laflamme. Laflamme back for Martineau. That may have even been for Payson as well, as both were cutting. Payson paws it down. No hand passes. Payson touched it quickly. Cyclones got a man ahead. That's read like a fine piece of literature. Turned over at the blue line. Down low now, a little bit of give and go. It rolls to the goaltender, Whitshire, and he holds on and no further play. Nice job there by Payson to knock that pass down. He read that like a fine piece of literature. Tyler Payson looking like a chess player out there. 3, 4, 5 moves ahead at all times, Bobby Fischer style. 10:47 left to go here in the second stanza. The middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza, ladies and gentlemen. Learned that in college. Face off one with 45 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Payson. That went off a leg and behind the net now. Chasing it down is Cartledge. Avion Bork at the point. Sometimes Avion Bork plays wing on the power plays and goes right in front of the goaltender. And today, he's at the point for Coach Sheehan. Avion Bork, one of the seniors here tonight, along with Payson and Pancharam. I hate when I name people because I know I'm going to forget some seniors. I am going to forget them now. I know him, Payson, and Pancharam, the three of them. Holly Cloutier is also a senior. Forgive me, I know I'm forgetting one or two more. Avion Bork now walking the line, little bit of give and go. Martineau sending it down low, taking their time, letting the shot go there. Was Laflamme. Laflamme now at the goal line. Laflamme back for Payson along the boards. Payson, cross ice pass right on the stick of Martineau. Martineau trying to corral it. A nice job there by Avion Bork to keep it in, excuse me. And it's sent away to center, out of the reach of Avion Bork. And again, icing when you're shorthanded. It's becoming very, very difficult for me not to pontificate on the stupidity of this rule. Yeah, I think I said enough. Sent all the way down. USA Hockey will not listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I have sent them letter after letter. I've called the office. I really have. I've called the offices, and I've begged them to let youth hockey reinstitute delay offsides and get rid of this icing if you're shorthanded. But they just don't return the broadcaster's phone calls. Back to the blue line. Avion Bork letting the shot go. The netminder never saw it as it went by on the waffle side. Penalty is over. So Norwich 0 for 2 on the power play. Quick shot from a tough angle. Robles knocks it down, trying to get it back in front. Crayer in on the forecheck. Cyclones protect the puck here. 1-0 is your score. A real good affair here at the Rose Garden. I got to tip my hat to the side again. I said during the pregame that I think they're in trouble tonight. I've never seen them play, so I did preface it with that, but I just thought I was riding the emotions, ladies and gentlemen, of my own. Like I said, I'm an emotional guy. Hard on the sleeve, if you will. Back the other way. Plus, the endorphins are still flowing from Sophie's state championship. So I'm pretty happy right now. Halise Cloutier at the dot. Tried to pull the trigger. Nice play by Moss to get to him. That one goes right through the goal mouth. He's tracking it down there is Avion Bork, but it's sent away to center. And Pancharam will give chase. Pancharam, one of the seniors here tonight, puts the brakes on. Back to the forehand. As a defenseman or defense lady, you always want to go out on the forehand, not on the backhand if you can. You saw Pancharam there. Make sure he turned to the forehand to get it out. Along the boards now, trying to get the puck in front. Couldn't do so. And back the other way now. Through the neutral zone, wheeling and dealing. Fitzgibbons still with the puck. Fitzgibbons letting the shot go. Waffle save. The rebound is gobbled up there by Robles. Julian Robles now down the right wing. taking his time over the blue line. Robles gets over the blue line. He dumps it in. Hard around it goes. Majorano in on the forecheck. Majorano leaned into. Majorano not allowed to get off the boards there. Now he's finally released. Sent up there for Kampsash. And it's out of the reach there. Kampash, excuse me. Really a good look at these Cyclone jerseys. I like the stripes across the middle. Little black stripe on the bottom. But when there's a black stripe on the bottom, you got black shorts. You can't see it. Looks like there's no stripe at all. Perhaps throw a white stripe on the bottom there so you can see the stripe. If anybody asked. No one ever does. But I don't mind giving my sweater advice. I fancy myself as a sweater connoisseur, which is French for connoisseur. The rebound there. Payson was cutting to the cooker. Face-off win. Payson finishes his check, causing the turnover. Laflamme. Laflamme for Majorano. Majorano tried to get it back for Laflamme. Laflamme in his skates. Laflamme between the legs tried to get it back in front. His bodies go sliding by the goal line. Back the other way now. Here come the Cyclones with speed. Through the neutral zone, Walker. Walker to the outside. Offsides by half a step there. Sizikowski was just a half a step ahead of the play. 7:57 left to go here. 1-0 is the score. The student body ready to erupt at any moment. Should the Norwich Hockey Club bury the biscuit here, but thus far they have been unable to solve the puzzle that is the netminder Elijah Whitshire. Whitshire has been the star of the affair in this broadcaster's humble opinion. Thus far, we got a long way to go. Just under 9 minutes, just under 8 minutes to go now. Chance in front now, walking in with room, pulling the trigger right off the foot there, Cartledge. As it ends up in the corner, doing battle there is Morrison. Morrison coming away with it. Morrison, oh, that was not Morrison, I apologize, that was Robles. Now Morrison's on the puck. Now it comes to Robles. Along the boards now, Cyclones trying to get it out. Can't do so, kept in, letting the shot go. Deflected into the corner. Bouncing puck it goes now, trying to come away and chip it out to center. Gagnon does. That's Zachary Gagnon giving chase, along with number 13, Daniel Morrison. Coming around the net there, that one goes off a weird stanchion bounce, but advantageously ends up right on the blue line here for Bolthrop. Bolthrop trying to dance around the defenseman, staying with him beautifully there. What a nice play by Cartledge right there. Let the puck go and take the belly button. That's how you play defense, boys and girls, right there. Play the body. Cartledge poking at the puck now. Chance now. Cartledge reaching back to break that up. So back-to-back, belly-to-belly defensive gems there by number 32 in white. Owen Cartledge, but they're not out of the woods yet. 2-on-1 down low. That hit the crossbar. Oh, the Cyclones now applying the pressure here. Along the boards, they're digging, they're mucking, they're doing their homework. Student body beginning to get anxious here in Norwich tonight. They want a goal from their boys. I'm sure the boys are thinking thus the same. The sticks might be gripped a little bit tighter there. A high stick as it was knocked down with a high stick. That was a break for the Cyclones. That whistle right there. I'm sure they're going to Zamboni the ice after the second period. These guys are chopping it up way too much out there. So the Cyclones doing a real nice job here the last couple of shifts. Have had the better of play. So it was a high stick, so the face-off deep in the Norwich zone. These two played last night. Norwich won 5-1 on the road. Face-off cleanly won, letting the shot go. Doesn't get through. And Avion Bork tracks it down. Avion Bork with a rolling puck to contend with. Slid it over. It was still rolling when it got there. You see all the snow along the bench there. As the puck had a hard time getting out. Speller won it now. Here comes Martineau. Martineau with a little bit of room. Martineau pulled, tugged that. Got back to it. Delayed penalty coming up against the Cyclones. Oh, if the net is yawning, then dangerously it goes all the way past the goal line. And Avion Bork on it there. Avion Bork. Tape-to-tape pass up for Martineau. Martineau sauces it across for Vinny Crayer. Crayer off the boards to himself. Crayer in his own zone. Crayer sliding it across. Now a delayed penalty. That's why the goal is empty. Turning towards his empty net there dangerously. There was Alice Cloutier. Payson just standing in the crease just in case any sort of tomfoolery takes place. So the third power play of the night now. Well, the Norwich Hockey Club, so far it's been goose eggs, and their power play all year has been their strength. And thus far tonight, it has not come to fruition. Again, we see Avion Bork at the point, though, not at forward. Let's see here. Maybe that's going to switch up here as the face-off now. To the left of the netminder, Whitshire. That's his glove side. Catches conventionally from my perspective. Rick DiPietro would disagree. Face-off deep in the zone. Back for Avion Bork. Avion Bork keeps it in. Avion Bork letting the shot go deflected on the way in. Never got through. Martineau. Up for Avion Bork straight away. Avion Bork walks the line, lets the shot go. Another nice stop there by Whitshire, and he steers it into the corner. Avion Bork now lets another one go. That just missed on the waffle side. The wraparound goes right through the crease. Hazen tracks it down. Tried to go across for Martineau. That doesn't get there. Bouncing puck still rolling. Now letting the shot go. It flutters into the corner. How long it goes now? Not quite sure why. There's a minute 52 left on the power play. I'm very confused. Avion Bork got it from Martineau. Martineau letting the shot go. That hit Laflamme in the buttocks. The rebound. They score! Burying the biscuit on the rebound is the senior, Austin Halise Cloutier. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Norwich Hockey Club gets on the board. It's a power play goal. 1-1 is your score. Now, there's only so many chances you can give a talented organization such as Norwich on the power play. Sooner or later, that dog is going to bite you. And Halise Cloutier, the senior, got to the cooker and buries the biscuit there for Norwich with 5:19 left to go. So Avion Bork getting the assist there on Halise Cloutier's goal. So goal and an assist for two seniors there tonight. So now they have finally broken through. We'll see if they can keep things going. So Halise Cloutier with the goal on the power play. Cyclones sending it up. That one ends up in the corner now. Aguilera on it. Aguilera moves it along the boards. Thomas waiting there. Browning over to help out. Robles with the puck. Robles behind his own net. As Kosher got a chunk of Browning as he went through the crease. That pleases the broadcasters. Noah Kosher harnessing his inner Billy Smith, who I grew up watching and trying to model my game after. Back the other way now, quickly down the left wing. There you go. That's Walker. Walker at the dot. Walker pulling the trigger. That goes off the stick of Aguilera. And Kosher once again not allowing anybody. You got to like that. Oh, that pleases the broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't tell, I'm smiling ear to ear when I see the netminder Kosher taking care and policing his own crease. Now the ref coming over to tell him to take it easy, and Kosher say, well, tell him not to skate in my crease. He doesn't skate here, and he won't get a butt end to the larynx. It's just that simple. That boy Noah. That really pleases the broadcaster. Goaltenders don't do that enough these days. I'll tell you, you see all these guys trying the Michigan goals from behind the net, and you could stop that Michigan goal in one fell swoop. Just swing your stick right at the guy's eyes. I'm not saying at his head. I'm not saying make contact. Please don't misunderstand me. Just make him blink. Make him just jump just a little inch. Because they will. You swing a goalie stick at somebody's eyes, they're going to jump. And they're not. That puck's going to fall right off the stick, and there's no Michigan goals anymore. Back to the, I wish one goalie would do it. Put an end to that ridiculousness. In front there, steered aside. As an old goaltender, ladies and gentlemen, that sort of play just doesn't fly with me. Tell you, just turn around, just swing your stick at his eyes. Like, big hit there in the neutral zone. Sends Pancharam flying. As Billy Smith did to Wayne Gretzky when he was behind the net. On it there now is Speller. Speller sends it across and all the way out for Cartledge. Miller tracks it down. The ice really getting rough out there. Big hit there's Martineau. And now they're working him over. That's a Cyclone sandwich there on Norwich Hockey Club bread. I wonder what Norwich Hockey Club bread would be like. Probably something along the lines of some sort of thick pumpernickel. I'm thinking with, big, like those oak seeds you see sometimes. Real big slice you can make nice French toast with. Although, I don't know if you want to make French toast with pumpernickel. I guess you could. I never had pumpernickel French toast. Maybe it's delicious. I don't even know. But Norwich Hockey Club bread, ladies and gentlemen. Write that down. That's a copyright, by the way. It's copyright. All right, 3:22 left to go here in the second stanza. 1-1 is the score. A real good hockey game tonight. And the Cyclones have done a fantastic job on the road here. I really like the effort that they've given here tonight. You got to tip your hat to them and their goaltender. Now the Cyclones really stepping up the physical play, and here comes Payson with Laflamme. Payson down the left wing. Payson pulling it to himself. Payson leaving it for Laflamme. But the back check there, Klee broke it up. Cyclones do a real nice job getting back to help out their netminder. The effort is there from the boys in red here tonight. Norwich continuing to apply the pressure as Avion Bork pinches in. Lets the shot go. That one buzzes the tower. Goose would not be pleased. Maverick would enjoy it. Rooster, we never found out. Here comes The Cyclones trying to get it out. Can't do so. Tracked down by Freeze. Freeze behind his own net. Freeze with it there. Freeze sidesteps the rush. Freeze, the captain. Tried to go right up the gut. Payson waiting for it. That's twice now the Cyclones have tried to go up the gut in their own zone. Twice Payson has knocked it down. Twice the Cyclones have survived. If I'm the Cyclones, I don't do that again. That's just me. Chipped ahead now. Trying to sidestep. Nice job there by La Cuadera stepping up and taking away the real estate. That's good defense right there at the blue line. Controlling the gaps there. You know, she's got gaps, I got gaps. Together we fill gaps. Behind the net now. La Cuadera. La Cuadera run into there. Nice play by Robles. Over the help out there is Morrison. 2:05 left to go. Good forechecking effort here as they're making the Cyclones expend a lot of energy just to get the puck out. And they haven't gotten it out. As keeping it in there was Ayotte. Nice play by Ayotte to step up at the blue line and keep it in. Behind the net now, setting up in Gretzky's office, trying to get it in front. Lurking there was Morrison. Stepping in right up the boards now, Robles. Robles down for Morrison, trying to get it back. That ends up behind the net. And now we see some fresh legs hopping on for Norwich as they realize they've got the Cyclones hemmed in here in the second period. And the benches are a little further away as Ayotte reaching to get it. A fantastic play there. Xavier Ayotte kept it in. That's a big play, keeping the Cyclones out there as the Cyclones are mouth-breathing, beginning to look like Clubber Lang in the third round of the second fight versus Rocky Balboa. Realizing it there, Ayotte reaching over but couldn't keep it in. And the Cyclones weather the storm there. Oh, you got to like the hockey IQ of this Norwich Hockey Club. They realized they had the Northern Cyclones up against the ropes, and the Cyclones report back to their bench a job well done by the boys in red as they weathered that storm. And they'll get a well-deserved rest there as Ayotte did everything he could to keep the play alive. And he knew they had them on the ropes right there, ladies and gentlemen, but Cyclones did a nice job to finally get it just barely across the goal, the blue line, excuse me. Well, it's the second period, so you got to take advantage of those situations. And you saw Coach Sheehan and the staff get fresh legs on very quickly when they realized exactly what the broadcaster realized, ladies and gentlemen. They probably realized it before. As again, we see the forecheck now really stepping up in pace here as Norwich has picked up the pace here in the later stages of the second period, but back the other way now. Here comes Browning. Browning down the left wing. Browning with the spinorama. Lost the handle on it. The snow really becoming a factor out there right now. And you see it right there as it hops over the stick of Robles. We need that Zamboni out here. We need that Zamboni out soon. Behind the net now, Browning. Browning protecting the puck there. Browning with one hand. Got it out in front dangerously. Cartledge sends it for Robles. Robles sends it all the way up off the skates of Laflamme, so no icing. 20 seconds left to go. Laflamme bodies into the corner to protect the puck. Got it in front there with one hand. And had a man cutting to the cooker. That was Martineau. And pinching up, excuse me. Here's Thomas now. Thomas sliding it across, cutting across now against the grain, letting the shot go. Kosher closes the wickets, dangerously goes right through the goal mouth. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. An excellently played stanza by both of these organizations. Two heavyweights standing right at the middle of the ring, throwing haymakers at one another, simply going toe-to-toe, and we've still got one more period to go. What a fantastic affair we are privy to here in Norwich today. Your score at the end of two, the Cyclones won, the Norwich Hockey Club won, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your intermission. Make yourself that sandwich, walk the dog, pour yourself a sarsaparilla. We'll be right back in a few moments with the second period intermission report. You're watching Norwich Hockey Club hockey on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. 1-1 is your score. The final stanza are on its way. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second period intermission report here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. What a fantastic affair we are being privy to. These two teams are going at it, ladies and gentlemen. These are two really good hockey teams going at it. 1-1 is the score. The Cyclones got on the board first, the goal by Taylor. And then coming back towards the end of the second period, a power play goal by Austin Halise-Cloutier. Finally, they broke through on the netminder Whitshire. Eliza Whitshire has been brilliant. Kosher made a couple of nice saves there in the second period. Middle way through the second period, I felt like the Cyclones were starting to get a little bit of better play. But then as the period lagged on, we saw the depth, we saw the aggressiveness, we saw the Norwich Hockey Club doing what they were doing best, getting the puck in deep, cycling the puck, causing the other team havoc and expending a lot of energy just to get out of their zone. They had them running around. They got it tied. They came this close to getting the lead. We'll see what the third period holds, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are in store for a fantastic stanza. So do not forget, the third period is Purple Bag of Doritos third period. So you want to get that sweet chili out, get that sarsaparilla poured high and deep, make sure everything is out of the way. The Zamboni's almost done doing what Zambonis do. I think we're going to be in store for an epic third period here, the final game of the year for the Norwich Hockey Club. It's senior night. Thank you so much for tuning in. A blessing, honor, and privilege to be here. I can't wait for the third and final chapter of this unwritten story about ready to be unveiled right before your very eyes and ears here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. So stay tuned. Send the link to everybody. They're not going to want to miss this. Something excellent's going to happen this period. I can feel it. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back with the third period in just a moment. Oh my! And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third and final stanza here. Had a quick talk with Coach Sheehan in between periods as I ran down. Had a quick chat with Coach Sheehan, and he said he was confident. He said, we got this. I liked what I saw in the second half of the second period there. The last 10 minutes, Norwich was really starting to step up the pressure, really getting back to their game, really causing havoc in the offensive zone. I think they got to pick up exactly where they left off. Again, if I'm Coach Sheehan, I'm not telling too much to the boys to change. I think Norwich is playing their game. I think they're playing well. The difference has been the goaltender down at the other end. Elijah Whitshire has been the difference maker. Although, like I said, I felt the Cyclones had a better second period than they did the first period. They had the lead. They were winning 1-0. The Cyclones, I'm very impressed with this Northern Cyclone team. They are not an easy team to beat. They're a good team. Very physical team, very, very good in their own zone. For as much as Norwich has been buzzing down there, they do a real nice job. They don't panic. They don't turn the puck over. Maybe a few times they tried to go up the middle and Payson knocked it down. They don't make silly mistakes. They're very strong on defense. I really like what I'm seeing from this Cyclones club. They are an outstanding hockey team. And now they're back on the ice as the boys are limbering up, getting ready to go for the final period on home ice here tonight for the Norwich Hockey Club. I'm expecting something special to happen here, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm always expecting something special. I always have high expectations. I never believe the people that say, well, don't have high expectations, you'll never be disappointed. Well, what's the point in not being disappointed in life? Disappointment, is part of it, It's like, don't go on a roller coaster because it goes too high in the air. I mean, it's just, nothing wrong with being disappointed. I mean, it's disappointing to be disappointed. I mean, nobody enjoys it. It's not what you set out to do, but I'd rather take the risk of being disappointed to get the feeling of elation than never have the chance of being disappointed and never feeling the feeling of elation. I think that makes sense. All right, we're about ready to get underway here. The third and final period between the Cyclones and the Norwich Hockey Club. This has been a fantastic affair. Well, please share that link, share that link, share that link. I think we're in store for an excellent third period. anybody, anywhere in the world can tune in right now on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, the Connecticut channel, or you can go to solubroadcasting.org. And it's also on our YouTube at Solu Broadcasting, and also on our YouTube at the World Sports Broadcasting Network. I hope you're enjoying the game here this evening. Once again, I want to thank everybody so much from the Norwich Hockey Club for being able to be part of this inaugural season. It has meant a lot to me and my family. I want to thank the boys in the Norwich Hockey Club for being such gentlemen to all the Seahawks all season long. I want to thank Coach Sheen, the coaching staff, for all that they've done and the electricity that they've brought to this arena. They have truly changed the atmosphere here for everybody, from mites all the way up. And they are the gold standard in town now, boys and girls. This is the team you want to come out and see. And I want to give a big congratulations out to the Norwich Sea Captains. That's our junior team, our NA3HL team that plays here. They clinched their berth into their first playoff berth ever. So they'll be in the postseason next week. So if you can, come on down here to the Rose Garden and check out the Sea Captains. They're playing Danbury in the first round, the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Sea Captains looking to try to punch their ticket to the Fraser Cup in St. Louis at the end of March. All right, we're about ready to get underway. The ref drops the puck, and the third and final stanza of the season here on home ice is underway as Ayotte lays the lumber into Taylor. Taylor looking at the ref. The ref saying no such job there, Mr. Taylor. I'm going to keep my arm down. Like to see the officials harness their inner Andy Van Helleman here for the third and final period and reject their inner Don Korharski. Slide across by Ayotte. Nobody home. As Freeze sends it up. Freeze is run into there. Through the neutral zone now, walking in. Pulled down as they're pulling the trigger. No call there. It's Payson. Payson touches it to himself. Quickly to Laflamme. Laflamme over the blue line. Laflamme tried to get it back for Payson. Payson lost his footing on the way in as Ayotte pinching in down low. You see Laflamme retreating back to the blue line, covering there by Ayotte as Payson is in on the forecheck. Payson lays the lumber into him, sent the man flying. Laflamme pinching in. Laflamme kicks it to himself. Got Payson. Payson a little bit of room off the heel of the stick there. As Payson tracks it down for Laflamme. Laflamme give and go with Payson. Cutting back to the cooker, and that just failed to click. As again, we see the Cyclones, even when things aren't going very well in their own zone, they don't panic. They don't get chased. They don't get caught chasing the puck all over the place. They do a nice job staying in their position. They do a real nice job getting their sticks in the passing in the shooting lanes, and they do a real nice job protecting the goaltender and giving him a line of sight for most of his saves. Really impressive what I'm seeing here by the Northern Cyclones here tonight. Face-off won by Norwich, sent hard around there by Martineau. Speller in on the forecheck. Speller went to go get it. He sent it behind. Now Martineau gives chase in the corner there against Fitzgibbons. Martineau couldn't keep it in. Sent away to center. Poncharman sends it back up for Speller. Speller down the right wing. Now here's Crayer. Crayer tried to get it back. That rolls to the netminder as Speller comes crashing through. And now Speller mixing it up with the goaltender, the defenseman, and everybody. Now, we talked about that, ladies and gentlemen, earlier before. I told you, Paris Speller loves to get under the skin of the opposition, and he does such a good job of it. As he took a couple of chops there from the goaltender right to the grill, and a couple of defensemen came over. And Speller just skates away smiling. And no penalties called by the official. Good job by the officials. Let the boys, so this has been an excellent game. It's just a little bit of pushing and shoving. We don't need a penalty there. And even if you're going to call a penalty, make sure it stays 5-on-5 if you do. The officials have been good tonight, real good. Speller ducking under the hit there, got it back to the blue line, letting the shot go right off the toe of the netminder, Whitshire, as he made another big stop. Whitshire has been nothing short of brilliant here tonight. Lacing into one there was Cartilage at the blue line. The Cyclones come away with it. Fitzgibbons can't get around Cartilage. Cartilage has been a brick wall here tonight and all season long. Down the right wing now, Martineau. Martineau on a 3-on-2. Cutting to the middle, lets the shot go! That one deflected aside there by Whitshire. Speller was cutting to the cooker. Here's Klee now. Klee back the other way. Klee takes a hit by Martineau as Kosher couldn't cover the puck. Back the other way now, dancing it out of the zone, taking a big hit, but getting it up a 2-on-1 now at the blue line. Robles over the blue line, letting the shot go. Doesn't get through as it's deflected up and out of play. There was some sort of shenanigans going on behind the play there with Halise Cloutier, but I had to keep my eye on the puck, ladies and gentlemen, as it's my job to do so. Not sure what happened, but Halise Cloutier got run into, and then after he got run into, I think he got worked over. I heard the crowd reacting, but I had to keep laser-like focus on the puck for you at home. So I hope you appreciate that. Nah, I'm just kidding. I love to do it. But something happened behind the play. Leaning in now is Robles to take the face-off. Against number 17 in your scorecard, that's Stevens. Oh, look at that puppy. What a beautiful puppy. Oh, he's got his face painted red for Norwich. Oh. That one rolls out the center there. Avion Bork chips it ahead. Bouncing puck, the Cyclones lost the handle on it. Offsides is the call at the blue line. Cyclones. Northern Cyclone Academy. It says on the sweater. 14 minutes, 29 seconds left to go here in the affair. As the great Apollo Creed once told the great Rocky Balboa, on the beaches of Los Angeles, California, there is no tomorrow. Bouncing puck now, trying to get to it now is Morrison. Morrison down the left wing. Morrison couldn't get it in front. Bouncing puck. On it quickly there was Halise Cloutier. Couldn't keep it in. Now back down the right wing they go now. Away comes our Cyclones, sending it down low there. Kampash giving chase. Kampash running into Majorano now, working him over in the corner. Bodies collide there. Cyclones get it back to the blue line. Trying to pull the trigger, couldn't do so. Kept along there as Robles works him over. Well, that was Robles before, not Majorano. I apologize. Hard off the boards, and looks like it's going to go for icing as it's going to go wide of the net. So icing happened when the puck go down, bang, before the other guy. 13:47 left to go here. 1-1 is your score. Look at that little puppy going by, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't get any better than that. There he is. Oh, he could come stay with me. I would hang out with that puppy all day. I love dogs. All right. Unfortunately, it's not the Westminster Dog Show here tonight. I guess we'll have to show the face-off. Chipped ahead to center now. Laflamme. Laflamme giving chase. Laflamme and Payson out there with Majorano. Got it in front. Bouncing puck. Laflamme trying to turn and wheel it. Couldn't get it through. Here's Taylor now. Taylor back the other way. Taylor wheeling and dealing. Taylor down the left wing. Taylor running to there. Aguilera laid the lumber into him. And here comes Ayotte now. Ayotte with the puck. Ayotte's got Payson up ahead. He saw him. Tried to get it there. Payson stuck behind the D. Here's a chance now. Browning. Browning walking in. Diving over. Sliding to make the play. Was Xavier Ayotte. I think he's going to get a tripping call. Yep, tripping is the call. As he slid over to get to the puck, and Browning fell awkwardly into the boards there. Hope he's all right. Browning slow to get up. Ayotte slid over. He was playing the puck. It wasn't anything dirty, but ended up falling at the wrong time, did Browning. Now he's getting back to his feet. I hope he's okay. 13:12 left to go. He fell right, and the boards down there, there's no give. He seems to be okay, though. A little shooken up. I love good hard hitting. I love good intense games, ladies and gentlemen, but I always want to see the boys spring right back up. I'm glad Browning is a little shooken up, but I think he'll be all right. Easy for me to say up here, though. These guys are tough, though. All right, so a power play here for the Cyclones. I think a good call by the officials. Ayotte played the puck, but the man did go flying, so got to call it. Chance in front there, barreling into the net. As the net came off its protective moorings. He's coming over there. There's Cartledge to give a little shove. As the puck stayed out of the net, though, as everybody met at the goaltender kosher. And the ref fixing the net now, putting it back on its protective moorings. So the power play ticks on now for the Cyclones. A big power play here. It's their second power play of the evening. They're 0 for 1 on it. .155 left to go here. As the ref still making adjustments to the net. All right, game on. He's leaning in to take it now is Stevens. Stevens. I believe that's Crayer taking it. Is it Payson? No, it's Crayer. Crayer is out there with Martineau. That's the forward unit on the penalty kill. That one hit with a high stick, but Cartledge touched it next, so no whistle. In the corner it goes now, trying to come away with it. Big hit. And Martineau sends it out to center. Stevens back pedals. Stevens quickly moves it over for Freeze. Freeze goes across for Taylor. Taylor trying to sidestep the D. Nice poke check there by Pancharam. As Pancharam looked like a medieval knight jousting on top of a horse there as he poke checked the puck out to center ice. Taylor on sides over the blue line. Taylor dropping it. Left it for Browning. Browning right back out there. Good to see him okay. That pleases the broadcaster. Behind the net it goes now. Thomas takes a hit. Cyclones still with it. Trying to get it back to the blue line. Norwich Lost a handle on it there as the Cyclones came away with it, and that was a nice play by Taylor. Good hands there by Taylor with not a lot of room to operate. Kept in at the blue line, turning on it now. Martineau. Martineau can't ice it. Is it up for Crayer? Crayer over the red line. Crayer, a delayed penalty coming here. Crayer lowering the shoulder. So that's going to do it for the Cyclones power play, as I believe slashing is going to be the call as Vinny Crayer was cutting through. Let's see if it is indeed a slash here by the official with 12:07 left to go. I believe that's the call, though. It might be hooking, but I think it's slashing. Let's see what the official has to say. And it's 2 minutes for slashing. You don't do that unless you're some sort of English pig or something with no brain. All right, so 56 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, of 4-on-4 hockey. And then it'll be a power play for 1 minute and 4 seconds for Norwich, if my math is correct. And ladies and gentlemen, like Tony Stark it always is. Over the blue line now, 4-on-4, a little bit of more room to operate out there. And quicking it up quickly now, Halise Cloutier leaves it for Avion Bork. Avion Bork down the right wing, over the red line, taking his time, leaves it there for Laflamme. Big hit there as Avion Bork got rid of the puck, but he got right back up as Browning laid the lumber into him. And Avion Bork didn't appreciate it there, gave a little butt end there to the clavicle, and Payson saying, "You don't want this smoke," as the kids would say nowadays. Browning's a tough cookie, though. So now things are really starting to heat up here this afternoon, this evening in Norwich. There's a real good hockey game coming to conclusion here. Payson cutting to the cooker, couldn't get to it. Avion Bork tracks it down. You hear the student body fired up. Hard around it goes now. Pinching Halise Cloutier. The Cyclones got a man behind. Oh, they had a man all alone at the red line. Couldn't get it to him. Payson on the drop pass for Laflamme. Laflamme back to the blue line, letting the shot go. That goes off the waffle and into the protective netting and out of play. Oh, the Cyclones had a man all alone at center ice calling for it. They didn't see him or couldn't get it to him. Neither or both, I'm not sure, and or. So 6 seconds left to go here on the 4-on-4, so Norwich would really like to have possession here off of this face-off as they get the man out of the box, and they'll go to the bridge power play. So a big face-off here as Laflamme wins it. Sauce it across now for Halise Cloutier. He backhands it in. Takes a hit there by Moss as Laflamme has it. Now it's a power play, and Norwich can go to work here. They're 1 for 3 on the power play, with the game tied 1-1 and under 11 minutes to go. A big hit along the boards as Halise Cloutier lays the lumber into him. Avion Bork walks off the boards with it. Little bit of room, slides it over. A little bit of give and go. C-button one-timer off the heel of the stick. Now Payson gets it back. Lets the shot go. A waffle save there by Withmeyer. Kept in by Payson. With Shire, excuse me. Back for Payson. Payson down low. Couldn't get it back in front. A nice defensive play there by Taylor, and away comes Moss. Moss down the right wing. He lets the shot go. Waffled aside by Kosher. 25 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Knocked down shorthanded. Here's Klee. Klee trying to walk off the boards. Taken away by Martineau. Martineau quickly up for Laflamme. Laflamme over for Payson. Payson pulls the trigger. That goes off the boards. Laflamme over to get it. A nice job there by the Cyclones to come away with it. Dangerously, they lost the puck, but picking it up quickly now is Moss. Moss through the neutral zone and send it out. And the Cyclones once again have weathered that storm as they kill off the abbreviated power play. 10 minutes left to go here. 1-1 is your score. It doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic affair at the Rose Garden here tonight. As it's coming down to the wire now, here's Taylor. Taylor stepping to the outside. Taylor with speed. Taylor pulling the trigger at the top of the crease. Closing the wickets there. No rebound. The netminder, Kosher, aggressively coming off of his line, looking like the netminder Shep Messing back in the day for the New York Cosmos. And, of course, the New York Arrows at the National Veterans Memorial Coliseum, winning championships along with the New York Islanders. It was good to grow up on the island in the early 80s. You had the New York Arrows winning championships with Bronco Segota and company, and Shep Messing. And, of course, the New York Islanders won 4 straight. Here's Robles now. I happened to be in the building the night they beat Gretzky. Walking in on the backhand. I didn't know exactly what I was seeing at the time, but that was exactly I can remember when I fell in love with the game. Chipped ahead now. Chance for the Cyclones. Going to the back door. Getting the flipper on it there was Kosher. And back the other way now. Here comes Norwich through the neutral zone. Gagnon making the move. Gagnon trying to get back to it there. Gagnon pulled down. And here come the Cyclones now. End-to-end action in Norwich tonight. Down the left wing, lost the handle on it. Back the other way now. Here comes Norwich. Can't complete the play as it's kept in. Here's Thomas now. Thomas pulled down. A penalty coming here against the Norwich Hockey Club. I believe we're going to get a hooking call here. We'll see what the official has to say. And so a power play coming up here now for the Cyclones with just under 9 minutes to go here. And they're 0 for 2 on the power play. Last one was cut short. Walker lets the shot go, steer to side. Chance in front now. Klee pushed it wide. On it there is Moss. Moss at the side of the net. Moss couldn't complete the play. Now shorthanded. Away they go. Beautiful play there as reaching back to break that up with Bulthrop. He doesn't make that play, and it's a 2-on-1. Chance now down low. Closing on it there with Puncharam. As Fitzgibbons couldn't get the shot away. Back the other way now. Here comes, that's Laflamme. Laflamme with Payson. Laflamme lets the shot go off the butt end. A big stop there by Whitshire. And back the other way now. Let's see now. Looks like we're going to get a penalty coming up here against the Cyclones. High sticking is the call. As Bulthrop, I think, got a piece of Payson with the stick accidentally in the head. So again, the power play cut short for the Cyclones. This time even shorter, as they only had the power play for 36 seconds. So it's going to be a minute 24 of 4-on-4 hockey. And then 36-second power play for Norwich. So Martineau leans in to take the draw. It's 1, but that's going to be an icing because it's even strength. So icing is the call with just over 8 minutes left to go here in the affair. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying this one at home half as much as we are enjoying the privilege of being here live to see these two teams go at it. I'll tell you what, I would pay a lot of American dollars to see a 7-game series between these two. I even have some loonies and toonies back home. I would pay those too. Back to the blue line. Avion Bork lets the shot go, waffle down, the rebound swiped out of harm's way by Nelson. A laser beam there from Avion Bork. In on the forecheck now, Halise Cloutier. Martineau in to join him. Sentard around Freeze, trying to get to it. Avion Bork protects the puck, walks off the boards, got a man at the back door. Cutting there was Crayer, couldn't get it to him. Back to the blue line it goes. Halise Cloutier makes the move, wheeling and dealing. Back for Avion Bork. Avion Bork pulls the trigger, coming over there. A beautifully timed poke check there by Laquadera as he got the stick in the shooting lane, as the Cyclones have done all night long. And that one goes into the protective mesh over by the Seahawk banners. And they're going to have one more banner coming soon. Oh, the Bantam State champs who won today. Congratulations. Leaning in now is Martineau. Gets it back for Halise Cloutier. He sends it down low. Vinny Crayer. Back for Halise Cloutier. Halise Cloutier, the spinorama move for Crayer. Got it down for Martineau. Martineau, a little too hot to handle, a little too cold to hold. It's picked up there by Laquadera. Laquadera's had a real good game. Back the other way now. Down the right wing they go. That's Nelson. Nelson lost the handle on it. It's sent behind the net. 7:11 left to go here in the affair. Good chance to bring the broadcaster and cameraman a Slurpee. Make mine a Coke with a cherry on top, or cherry with a splash of Coke, whatever's easiest for you. Spilled there was Crayer. Laflamme with the turnover. Laflamme tries to jam it home. Here's Crayer letting the shot go. Doesn't get through. Now back to the point. The laser beam is waffled aside as bodies collide there, and the goalkeeper swung at Martineau as he was in the crease. That one is held on to by Kosher. He dumps it off into the corner. So a power play now for the Norwich Hockey Club. Just 25 seconds remaining on it. Quickly, Payson with speed. Payson to the left. Payson back to the forehand. Wrap around, letting the shot go. Payson spilled it in the corner, and the netminder diving on the loose puck, looking like a hungry hippo, chasing after that final wayward marble as Payson went flying by at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Ho, ho, ho. My, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get any better than this. Two outstanding hockey teams going at it here tonight in Norwich. 6:28 left to go. Payson is one heck of a hockey player, ladies and gentlemen. That man can go from standing still to full speed in one stride. Payson lays the lumber into him there. And here comes Ayot now. Ayot letting the shot go again. We see the Cyclones getting the stick in the shoe. Boy, the Cyclones are good at that. You got to tip your hat to this Cyclones defense. They have been doing that all night long. They are a tough, tough team. I really like this Cyclone team, I got to tell you. Norwich throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at them now. As we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Right off the face-off, Robles gets the shot away. Robles worked over there by Bothrop. And behind the net it goes now. On it there is Walker. Walker cleared but not out. Ayot lets the shot go off the. Here's a chance now. Robles is yours! Julian Robles. Ayot let the shot go. It went off the heel of his stick. It advantageously rolled to Robles. And Robles walked in and buries the biscuit there. And for the first time tonight, with just under 6 minutes left to go in the affair, the Norwich Hockey Club has taken the lead 2-1. A perfectly placed shot there by number 11 in white. And we were just saying how they were throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at the netminder with Shire. So Ayot gets the assist. Robles gets the goal. A huge goal there, and it erupts the capacity crowd on hand here tonight. 2-1 is your score. Face-off won by Norwich, but they can't get it out. Sisakowski did a nice job to keep it in. On it there is Aguilera. Aguilera can't get it out. Good stick in the passing lane, and now it's sent all the way down. Down the left wing now. Walking in is Morrison. Morrison trying to step around number 41. That's Ingersoll. Ingersoll takes a big hit behind the play. Bouncing puck dangerously in front. Robles falling down, looking for his second of the shift. Here come the Cyclones now through the neutral zone. Back checking there is Morrison. Over the red line it goes. Morrison lays the lumber into him. Slizakowski lets the shot go. Can a corn there for the netminder, Kosher. And there'll be no further play. 5 minutes, 13 seconds left to go, ladies and gentlemen, in the third and final stanza. Oh, the season couldn't come to a close in any more exciting fashion than it is here tonight. 2-1 is your score. If you like good physical, low-scoring goaltending hockey, ladies and gentlemen, you have tuned into the right affair here tonight. Leaning in now, number 9, Klee. Klee tried to win the draw, couldn't do so. Away they come through the neutral zone. Chipping to himself now. Marno. If he gets to it, it'll be a 2-on-1, but Freeze had a good game. Got it to Fitzgibbons. Fitzgibbons quickly running out of options. Fitzgibbons trying to come out with a big hit there as Speller lays the lumber into him. Speller looking to be the B&D Auto Body Collision of the Affair winner yet again, and that might do it. Here's Martineau sliding it over, walking in, pulling the trigger there was Crayer, and a waffle save by Whitshire. Walking the line now, letting the shot go. Poncharum at the side of the net, down on his belly, making the save there was Isaiah Whitshire as he thwarted the effort of Norwich again. Here's Klee. Klee down the wing. Klee poke checked away. Following it up. Can't pull the trigger. Bouncing puck. Still not out of the zone. And they come away with it. Here comes Speller now with speed. Speller down the right wing. Got a man cutting to the cooker. That's Cartilage. Cartilage behind the net. Cartilage trying to get to it. 4:15 to go. Pinching in there, Majorano. Chipped ahead now. All the way down. Looks like it might go for icing. Speller pretending like he's skating as fast as he can. Oh, he sold it. I think Paris could have got to that puck, but he sold it to the official that he couldn't. So icing is the call. With exactly 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in this outstanding affair by these two organizations. And now Payson, Laflamme, Majorano, Alise Cloutier, and Avion Bork at the blue line. Face-off won by Norwich. Alise Cloutier sends it hard around. Tracking it down there's Bothrop. Bothrop hounded there by Majorano. That goes behind the net. Quickly on it there is Walker. Walker couldn't get it out. Payson in on the floor check. That's not going to do it as Laflamme knocks it down. Laflamme, behind the net. Pushing it, tried to get it to Payson. Couldn't do so. There's Majorano now. Majorano got it back to the blue line. Avion Bork just sends it down low. Behind the net it goes now. Payson lurking in the slot. LaFlamme putting the brakes on. LaFlamme worked over by Walker. LaFlamme trying to kick it loose. LaFlamme doing battle. LaFlamme lost his wand, gained his wand. Let the Cyclones come away with it. Back the other way they go now. That's Thomas. Thomas down to left wing. Thomas couldn't get around Avion Bork. They don't get it out. Here's Thomas now straight away. Thomas went to pull the trigger, knocked out the rebound. Kosher got the waffle on that. A dazzling stop, a point-blank save there with just 3:16 remaining in the affair because Stone Cold said so. Behind the net it goes now. Avion Bork laying the lumber into him, leaning into his man there. Still staying with him. Avion Bork, you'll be released off the boards when King Julian allows you to be released off the boards. And that's just as simple as things are going to go. That puck's not going anywhere if King Julian doesn't want it to go. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left to go here in the contest. 2-1 is your score. The Norwich Hockey Club holding on, looking to get the 2-goal lead as they're peppering the goaltender down at the other end, Whitshire. And he's standing tall. What a beautiful point-blank save moments ago by Kosher, a waffle save with under 3 minutes to go in a 1-goal affair. Face-off won by the Cyclones. Dangerously bounces off the boards. Kosher closes the wickets. And they were poking at it there after the whistle. No goal as it's waved off. And a little bit of pushing and shoving there in the crease. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left here in the third and final stanza, ladies and gentlemen. It's all coming down to this. We're going to keep an eye on the goaltender for you for the Cyclones as they're going to be pulling him shortly, I'm sure. Face off deep in the Norwich zone. Kosher held the fort there. That was a very strange hop off the boards as Kosher did a nice job to battle back and make sure it didn't come into harm's way. So looks like the official now is going to be escorting both Ayotte and I believe that's Sisakowski. It is. So they're going to go to the sin bin, a timeout for some teenagers right now. 2 minutes each for playing hockey too roughly with others. I think it's going to be the call. The ref had enough of their shenanigans. So to the sin bin now go the fellas. I don't think it's going to affect manpower. Gosh, I hope it doesn't at this point in the game. I don't think so. I think the refs have done a real nice job here tonight. I'd like to see it 5-on-5 the rest of the way, though, but that's just me. Don't like power plays in 1-goal games once you get under 10 minutes. So Klee pushes it forward, trying to get to it. In the corner now, Klee doing battle. Klee got it behind the net, trying to get it out in front. Couldn't do so. Klee from the ground. Couldn't get much on it as it's sent hard around. Here's Speller. Speller did a nice job to protect the puck. Got it out to the blue line. Here comes Martineau now. Martineau over the blue line. Martineau to the outside. Martineau still with it. Martineau letting the tough angle shot go. That just missed. Here come the Cyclones now through the neutral zone. Speller on the back check, causing havoc. Sent in Speller, taking a cross check right across the middle of the back. And he just really upsets everybody he plays against. Speller now couldn't get it out. Taylor dislodges the puck. Taylor over the blue line. With 2 minutes left to go, we'll keep an eye on the Cyclone netminder. Letting the shot go off the side of the net. Bodies go flying there. Behind the net it goes now. Lying at the side of the net, getting to it there was Crayer. Crayer for Speller. Speller looking for Martineau. Lofting it up now. A soft pass there. Is it going to go for icing? Martineau, I think, is going to get to it. No, icing is the call. So 1 minute, 48 seconds left to go here in the affair. Icing is the call. We're going to keep an eye here. We might be seeing a timeout here by the Cyclones. I'm thinking they might be calling one soon. Yep, that's exactly what has happened as the Cyclones have called the timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this game breakdown is brought to us by our friends at Shire Real Estate, Century 21 Shutters and Sales. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-1 is your score. As you can see here, the Norwich Hockey Club with goals from Robles and Halise Cloutier. They're 1 for 4 on the power play. Oh, what an outstanding affair we have been privy to. The face-off going to come deep in the Norwich zone with 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go here in the affair. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in all season long. Shire Real Estate, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to buy or rent or sell real estate in the area, I know just the guy. From hockey coach to real estate agent, Ryan Shire with Century 21 Shutters and Sales takes the time to get to know you and your needs. He works hard in your best interest to make sure you feel comfortable while answering all your questions. He's honest, genuine, patient, and has all his real teeth. Give Ryan a call, will you, at 407-267-1599. That's Shire Real Estate, Shutters, and Sales. All right, we're about ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute, 48 seconds left. The goaltender is pulled. The extra skaters on the ice for the Cyclones. Laquadera keeping the puck in at the blue line. They send it down low. 1:40 left. Halise Cloutier hard along, cleared, and keeping it in at the blue line. Laquadera, but now it's pushed away to center. The net is yawning there for Norwich. Can they put the icing on the cake? Payson walking in, pulls the trigger. A big job there as Laquadera blocked it. Laquadera is hurt. He's down and out from that blocked shot. I think it got him right in the stomach area. That hurts as he blocked the wrist shot from Payson, and there's no pads there. He's hurting. And it takes courage to go down with no pads to block a shot, ladies and gentlemen. And then right at the end of the shoulder pads and above the pants, there's just nothing there. Oh, he's hurting. Oh, I hope he's all right. He's had a fantastic game. He's a heck of a defenseman, number 12. Oh, he's helped off the ice. Well, he's kept his team in it, though. Yeah, nice round of applause. Payson came over. Gave him a tap there. And deservedly so. Josh Laquadera. Hope he's all right. Let the face-off in deep with 1:21 left to go, so the netminder Wishire had to go back in between the pipes. As Payson will lean in to take the draw for Norwich. Face-off won by the Cyclones. Cyclones want to get it deep and get the goalie pulled again. Off the stick, and Laflamme causing problems in the neutral zone. Laflamme not allowing him to get by. Now it's picked up by Thomas. Thomas over the blue line, lets the shot go. That went off Avion Bork. Into the corner it goes now. Avion Bork digging and bucking. The extra skater is on. The net is empty with 1 minute left to go. Avion Bork hit the ref. It's not going to get out. Norwich got to it, can't get it out. Kept in by Thomas. Down low, Stevens pushing. Thomas over to help out. The net is empty for the Cyclones. Bouncing puck. Kept in, slid over, Thomas. Thomas lets the shot go down the block, and his Robles all alone now. Walking into the empty net, Laflamme. He scores! Felix Antoine Laflamme puts the exclamation point on this one as he rode the puck into the empty net. A great play by Robles on the block shot. And the Norwich Hockey Club has taken a 3-1 lead. Felix Antoine Laflamme. And now the Norwich faithful wishing the Cyclones a safe ride home as you hear them singing them out of the building. So Laflamme puts an end to this one, the empty netter. With just 25 seconds left to go, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody so much. The privilege to be your broadcaster this season. And we are going to be back in the future. We've already been talking about it with Coach Sheehan. I cannot wait. This program is just going to get better and better. A fantastic effort here tonight as the boys get their 31st win on the season here. The Cyclones, you got to tip your hat to them. They did a fantastic job. And a little bit of pushing and shoving at the buzzer, but that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. As the affair comes to a close. Just a little bit of pushing and shoving, nothing too crazy came of it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's going to do it. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Norwich Hockey Club 3. The Northern Cyclones 1. We're going to be right back in just a moment. We're going to stick around here. We're going to stick around to watch Norwich salute their student body and their fans. I'm sure they're going to. It's their final home game and final game of the season as they raise their record to 31-12 on the season. Their inaugural campaign, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what else can you say about it but the unmitigated success? So much fun, so much heart. So much sacrifice has been given. And now the boys leaving the ice for the final time. They defended home ice here tonight with a tough, hard-fought 3-1 victory. The Cyclones did a real nice job here today on the road, but came up a little short. As Norwich, now they head over to the student body. That has been such a big part of this program here this year. As the celebration ensues here for the look at the puppy up in the air. That's absolutely fantastic. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. As the boys exit the playing surface for the final time this season. A fantastic job here tonight, a fantastic job all season long. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to be right back to wrap things up here from the Rose Garden in Norwich. Your final, once again, the Norwich Hockey Club 3 and the Northern Cyclones 1. We'll be back in a few moments with the post-game show right here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Where did we go? There we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. To the World Sports Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner. What a blessing, honor, and privilege it has been to be here with you this season. There you have it. That's what I was trying to get to. There's all the boys right there. Thank you so much. What an absolute blessing, honor, and privilege it has been to be your broadcaster this season, ladies and gentlemen. The AC now is that's got to be updated. That's 31 wins on the year. And, of course, I don't think things would be complete without honoring this man right here, Coach Dwayne Sheehan, who's done such a fantastic job all season long. So a big win here tonight for the Norwich Hockey Club as they take things 3-1. Was your score here tonight. A fantastic job here tonight. Well, your World Sports Broadcasting Network top dog of the affair. It was difficult, really, to come up with one here tonight, but it's going to go, I think, to Austin Halise Cloutier. He had a fantastic game at both ends. He scored the big first power play goal to get Norwich on the board. The netminder, Kosher, did a fantastic job. He made that waffle save with one goal affair with under 2 minutes to go. So congratulations to Austin Halise Cloutier. Thank you all so much for tuning in again. Your final, once again, 3-1 was your score. It has truly been such a blessing, honor, and privilege to be part of this season with you here this year. Really cannot thank everybody enough. A fantastic last game here. A great job by the Cyclones. 3-1 is your final once again. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, a great offseason. I wish all the boys nothing but the best. The seniors moving on into their future, their college, or wherever they're going to be. The only advice I could give to you on your life, boys, is don't let anybody give you any advice about your life. So take with it whatever that's worth. Enjoy yourselves, and remember, just always smile and enjoy it. Life is a gift, and this has been a gift, ladies and gentlemen, to be your broadcaster here this season. I can't thank you enough. For Michelle, also, and my family, we thank you all so much. A great game tonight by the boys. That was a tough, hard-fought game. That was an enjoyable game. 3-1 was your final. That's going to do it for us here at the Rose Garden. You've been watching the World Sports Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Scotty Bonner. Thank you to my cameraman and producer, Mr. Ryan Martin. And thank you to you, the fans and families at home of the Norwich Hockey Club. Couldn't have done it without you. We love you very much. We'll see everybody again soon. And that's going to do it. 3-1 is your final. Good night, everybody.